Hey guys, what's going on? Space Cowboy here. Welcome back to the channel. Got another video for you guys today. Before we get started with today's video, if you guys could, please make sure to hit that like button. It helps the channel out a lot and makes a massive difference. Also, make sure to subscribe to receive more Dallas Cowboys content from yours truly now and in the future. And finally, hit the notification bell to be notified when I go live or post new content. Especially so because later tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be having the fantasy football draft for the Dallas Cowboys YouTubers. So please make sure to tune in. I'll go live a bit earlier, but just want to get that out of the way. So, interesting news out of Dallas. We have some players, unfortunately, going on injured reserve. Okay, so as we know right now, La'el Collins and Sean Lee, they will be placed on injured reserve as of today. This will mean that they will miss at minimum 3 games to start the season. Now, from what we've been hearing from reports, La'el has been dealing with a hip injury that's kept him off the practice field, and that's, we don't know if he got that from the car accident he was in. From what we're hearing, no, but again, I don't like how the Cowboys have been very discreet. Oh, it's nothing. It's just a hint. Just shut up. Just tell us what's going on. I get it, it's trying to be discreet and all, but I'm sorry, but this is kind of issue. This is a bit of a pain in the ass. So Sean Lee, in terms of what he's been dealing with something going on with his pelvis. It didn't allow him to more or less practice in training camp. And apparently it's also been reported he dealt with this last year. So basically, in order to be eligible to play in this season, Collins and Lee had to basically have one day where they were on the 53-man roster, which was Saturday, and then before moving to injured reserve. And speaking of the 53-man roster, tomorrow I will be dropping a video on the 53-man roster and my thoughts on it. So just keep an eye out for that. Don't worry, I have my thoughts coming out there. So, with this being said, how do I feel about these 2 initial losses? Now, there are a couple guys. I believe Jordan Lewis is another guy that might be going to injured reserve. I don't know as of this recording if he did. But these 2 guys are going to injured reserve, meaning they'll obviously miss 3 games, like I said before. La'el, out of the 2, La'el is definitely the biggest hit because he is an up-and-coming right tackle. Last year he really stood out, played on a much better level than what we've seen before, and we really would love to have him on the football field. I mean, with Tyron Smith and his issues with his back, we have to hope in these next 3 games he stays upright because La'el, he's going to end up, we need him to be there. Just to keep this thing rolling. We can't afford to keep losing these offensive linemen to injury. And it's we talk about other teams, some of us joke around, oh, the Philadelphia Eagles, they have no offensive linemen. And I feel like the Cowboys are fine. I'm not trying to sit here and say, oh, we are screwed. I do believe that the Cowboys have a fine enough offensive line to get the job done, regardless if La'el is there or not. My only issue is that if we start losing key pieces, if Tyron ends up going out for a period of time and La'el still is dealing with this issue, we're going to have a bit of a problem. But then again, I don't know what the Cowboys might do at that point. So, and we also have to keep in mind, we have a different coaching staff that will take care of the entire situation. Now, from what we're hearing, there is a possibility that the Cowboys could go with Cameron Irving at right tackle. I don't know the validity of this report, but there is also rookie tackle Terrence Steele, who I didn't think would make the roster, and he was making a massive push late from what I've been looking at and from reports. He was getting first-team snaps, and that was before Cam Irving came back to training camp. So, interesting thought process there. Now, in terms of Jordan Lewis, I do want to add this because I know I mentioned him earlier. He was dealing with an ankle sprain of where he, I believe he suffered it probably about a couple weeks ago. So, I don't know if he will be put on IR or if he was. I just don't know. I apologize. But getting back to going to Sean Lee for the defensive side of the ball. The problem I have with Sean Lee is just I really don't see a reason for him to stay on the roster. I'm not trying to insult him or say he's a bad football player. It's just, it's like the Jason Witten issue. It's like he's reliable, he's there, but my problem is he's just basically, unless the Cowboys, under this new coaching staff, are gonna like relegate him to a backup role, and he just sits and just tells, he just teaches these guys, basically be like a linebacker coach. Um, I really felt he was gonna retire after last year, just because I felt like I don't think he has. I don't know if he has any more in the tank. It's just I really would like to see him, make an impact. But the problem is that he's running out of time. He's getting up there in age, and just we don't know how much he's got left. And I think that ultimately, I felt the Cowboys had better linebackers in camp, such as Francis Bernard, who did not make the 53-man roster. And it's just like I felt like, yo, you could run with these guys. And I think that Sean Lee is expendable. Now, again, I don't know what the Cowboys' plan will be after this point. It's just that's what I'm worried about. I just feel that ultimately the Cowboys might have gotten something wrong with that. I think they're just hoping that Francis Bernard can make it to the practice squad, which who knows, maybe he does. Because another key factor we have to add is that Mike McCarthy putting no numbers on jerseys, I think, helped as well. Because now it makes it harder for teams to scout and really determine, oh, that's the guy. Like, clearly it's that guy, that number 44 guy. So that helps, which I think was smart on Mike McCarthy's part. But ultimately, I do believe that Lyell's injury and the fact he will be out for 3 games is definitely something to be slightly concerned with. However, as long as the Cowboys can just, they don't have to be all pro. Just if whether it's Cam Irving or Terrence Steele, if both of them can just get the job done, basically be like, Cameron Fleming. He's not the greatest, but if he could just hold up for a little bit, just enough so that Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott and whoever can get their job done, that's all that matters. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video for today. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching and reaching the end of this video. Remember to like, comment, leave your thoughts. Also, subscribe if you're new here and hit that notification bell. And finally, please make sure to tune in tonight I will be going live at 9:45, 9:40 to begin setup for the Dallas Cowboys YouTuber Fantasy Football Draft. Can't wait for that. So, I hope you guys have the good rest of your day. I'll see you guys then. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.